From KETK, you're watching East Texas Live at 3.
Welcome back to East Texas Live. Joining me now is Dusty and Ruth with their contributing authors for the book Life of Abundance. Thank y'all so much for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
So just tell us a little bit about what motivated you to contribute to this book.
For me, my word of the year was abundance. So that was my first clue that I was supposed to write in this book. And in general, just realizing the importance to have life in abundance is to be connected to Christ. And so that's my message with it. How about you?
For me, it was more so about my mom has always modeled joy and living a life of abundance, even simply. And so I wanted to take a moment to honor her and write about her.
Yes, ma'am. And so what does it mean to live life abundantly?
Living in the Spirit is all of the things when you think of love and joy and peace and God being our ultimate comforter. And so that is my chapter, is pointing back to God's grace and provision in my life. And this is an anthology, so a number of authors have contributed to this book. And so we all have different testimonies and stories to share how that has come out in our life. But my chapter kind of goes into the grace being when we feel frail and weak, where he fills that in, and then his provision is providing not just physically, but for those spiritual needs and hearing the desires of our heart and meeting those things as well.
For me, it's life of abundance is more than just materialism. We get so caught up in what's the next thing, the more and the more and more, and chasing that. But it's living simply. It's living with the joy, the acronym of joy of Jesus, others, yourself first, and pouring into that. And that intentional daily living is about the abundant life.
Yes, ma'am. And I was reading a little bit of it, and he was talking about transformation. Why is transformation so important to you?
Transformation, I think when I think of the flesh, we all have desires, and those things don't necessarily take us in the direction we want to go. And so that's the part when I think of being in the Spirit is I want God's plan for my life more than I want whatever my plan is, because it's not going to be as good if it's my plan. And so that's the transformation part where I want to look more and more like Jesus.
Yes, ma'am. And Ruth, just talk about what do you kind of hope to achieve by writing this book?
Well, I've always dreamed of being an author, but one of the things that I also wanted to do is teach other women and other people it's okay to have a dream. It's okay to live abundantly and not be compared to society and let society pigeonhole you into a box of what your abundant life is.
Yes, I mean, you said you wrote this book for your mom. Just what does it mean to kind of seeing all this come to fruition?
Wow, it's a little overwhelming. My mom has always lived her best life, and she's, even as a child when she was diagnosed with polio, she still allowed that to live with joy and put Jesus, others, and first. And so she's modeled that. And so to see that all come together and to see it giving a gift back to her, one thing that she's done for me is giving it back to my mom.
Yes, ma'am. And so who do you feel like will most kind of benefit from reading this book?
I think pretty much everyone could benefit from reading it because it's an encouragement. Though I think those that know that they want more in their life, a lot of times we have the mundane kind of work stuff or kid, but this kind of next level life when we think of abundant living. So some of the stories just sharing, I've tried things I haven't tried before, like dancing and singing and pageant life and doing a lot of things that acting and modeling in my 40s that I never thought I would do, but I feel like that's also God's call in my life, is to step into those things. For me, the power of saying yes and being able to experience these other parts of myself that I didn't even know really were there. And so it's been really fun.
Yes, ma'am. You want to add anything to that?
Just the courage to say, you know what, I know if you're looking for something more, for a deeper part of your life, then living in abundance is, choosing to say yes, choosing to try a dream and to have the courage to step out and do it.
And have y'all written anything else?
We each actually have written a few different books, so some of them are out here, but Faces of Foster Care I've written for volume 2 and 3, and then I have my own book, which is Legacy of Love, Fostering Children. So all of those are really related to foster care, kind of my testimony, history, experiences, and I guess volume 3 of Faces of Foster Care goes into the chaotic brain and trauma and how we have to rewrite some of those lies. I'm a counselor as my day job, so that kind of is intertwined in there.
Yes, I've actually been a part of 3 books. I've got some more coming up. First one that I was published in was Faces of Foster Care Volume 4. thanks to my friend here who pushed me into it. And that's more about leaving an intentional moment with our foster kids as they come into our home. And then I was part of Passages, which is like the story of how we got into foster care. And then Let Me Tell You About My Savior is my story of our marriage and through miscarriages and through the channel of how that's going to almost destroy our marriage and how we came back together and chose to live a life for Christ. And I have some more of my own coming out soon too.
All right. Well, thank y'all so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. For more information, go to the website right there on your screen.